Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another Saturday night. This one's probably going to be a little bit different than my usual, I would have to say. Hey, what's up, LC? I'll get the camera fixed here. Guess I should have something on camera, shouldn't I? Not exactly sure what I'm even doing tonight. I haven't eaten anything today. So I'm here. Hey, if you guys don't mind, hit that thumbs up or down. You know the drill. The YouTube thingamajig that I, for some reason, continue to repeat. I don't know why, honestly. I'm not sure what I'm eating. I just grabbed some stuff. Oh, look how much different that bag is than the others. Well, I guess it's because... Oh, wait, no, those both are Warnick. Very different. Came from the same case, too, but these plastics are clearly different. Much stiffer. I think they came from the same case. I could be wrong. I did have a case of... Oh, yeah, Warnick didn't stamp any dates in them, so... That's right. But yeah, if you guys don't mind, hit the thumbs up or down. Subscribe to me channel, if you don't mind. This is a 2018. I believe this one came from foreignmre.com. Or maybe not. That might have came out of... No, that was case B. I don't know. Maybe foreignmre.com. Might be a case I bought off of Bob one time. I'm not really sure. Oops. Yeah. Oh. Weird. Huh. Anyway. Yeah. So, let me just go ahead and flip the camera around, because why not? Start off face-to-face for a little bit this week. Hang on. This is going to drive me crazy. Got these pee pads all over the house still. Yeah, if you guys were on here last week, you would have gotten to see Sebastian. My little dog passed away this morning at I think it was 5:40 a.m. Yeah, he struggled all the way through the night. He was fine all day yesterday. I had some stuff I had to do. I had to leave, but my son was here with him. But I don't think he so much kept an eye on him. Because most of the time there's nothing to keep an eye on. He's usually pretty inactive, because he was, old and sick. So, but I think he might have gotten into Stella's food because he had a bad habit of doing that. And if I was here, I would hear him and I would pick it up, and he might get a piece or two, but not continue to eat until he was full. And I was making him fast every other day because with his congestive heart failure and the Lasix, that would give him enough time to shed off any fluid, and he wasn't really swollen up either. I don't know, other than him having a sodium spike in his system and overworking his heart, which is what it seemed like happened, because he acted like he did whenever he got into that food before. So that food's obviously not good for Stella either, my other dog. And I mentioned that today we needed to change that, get her off of that. Seen a super chat come in. LC says, sending our love. He'll be thoroughly missed. Thank you, LC. I appreciate that. Yeah, he was a staple in our family. I mean, he's he's been our dog for 15 years. So, and I know that, you know, people. Oh yeah, because you don't have an account. My sister just said she's watching, but hi Michelle, but she can't comment because she doesn't have a YouTube account. And my other sister seems like she's kind of the exact opposite as far as like the social media stuff goes. I think she's got a TikTok account and some other stuff. Thank you, Dub C. Thank all you guys. I appreciate all you guys. I almost didn't do this tonight. So the plan today was, and I planned on this all week. I had things lined out of what I was going to take with me, and we were going to attempt to do a live stream from my uncle's house, from my dad's side, which is the sister that is watching but not commenting right now, and my other sister Angie as well. I hear you. She's just looking at me like, pick me up, please. Anyways, my plan was to go down there and possibly try to do a live stream, depending on if I had a good enough signal. But I was going to try to do a live stream from out there with some of that side of my family and introduce them to what I do and take some rations with me. I was going to take a lineup of a few different MREs. I was going to take a first strike ration. I was going to take some old B units, some old MCI cans. Somebody's filling in for Sebastian tonight. Yeah, well, I'll tell you guys something really weird that happened, and I'll go get it and I'll show you, because it was very strange how it happened. It was weird. But anyways, that was the plan, was to go down there and kind of just, it seemed like whenever I was there last week, everybody was on board with being on film, which a lot of people aren't okay with being on camera and stuff. So yes, I'm going to get you. Come here. All right. Yeah, I know. You love me. You see yourself? Do you see yourself on the camera? Huh? She loves me a little too much. This cat is the one and only cat who has never been outside. She's never been out of the house, other than taking her to get her fixed and to the vet. Here, get that off me, please. Ugh. Hey, Michelle, hang on just 1 second. I'll go get the gray cat for you. I'll go get both of them. Yep. Might be sooner rather than later. Okay. So, my sister Michelle's going to foster one of these, or however she wants to do it. What did I do? My lighter just went through my pocket. I'll have to use a match. Anyway, this is the gray one, and this is the tiger stripe one. Say hi, guys. Look here. Say hi. 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 She's got a face that just, I don't know, when you look at it, makes you smile. He does too. He's got a great attitude. He's probably going to be a big cat. So Michelle says his name's Cash, because I've been calling him Cashmere, because he feels and looks like cashmere the way his fur is. And she says she's going to call him Cash. Oh, you want to get down with your sister? Huh? Look at your eyes. Look how pretty your eyes are. Huh? You're done with me, huh? Here. Okay. Here. There. With your sister. Nope. You're not going to do that, huh? Okay. There wasn't enough room on the box. Yeah. But yeah, at some point, I would like to. But yeah, I was reading the text that came through. She said his name's Cash, so I've got to take him down there. Anyways, which I'll probably do either maybe tomorrow. I could do it just whenever it's good for her is when I'll take care of that, and then maybe, hopefully, it's going to depend because my uncle actually went in the hospital this morning, and then Sebastian also passed away, which kind of changed everything. I was up all night. I didn't lay down till about 8 o'clock this morning, somewhere along in there. But it was really weird. I think CAS or CA. She said in the text it was CASH. I couldn't say it. I was trying to. I mean, I couldn't spell it. I was trying to say it. But guys, give me just 1 second. I want to go grab this because I want to show you guys what happened this morning. What happened with my lighter? Oh, it fell out of my pocket. Okay. So it was really weird because I was getting ready to lay down, and it had been hours since Sebastian had passed by that point, and I walked past my dresser from the bathroom, not through the door, which it's right by the door, and as soon as I got to my bed, I heard something hit the ground. I was like, that's weird. What was that? Because nothing ever falls off that dresser. Like, it just never happens. Very, very, I would consider that to be very out of the ordinary. Can't remember anything ever falling off there, actually. So I bought these old birthday cards. Well, they're old because for some reason, I never used it. I bought it for someone's birthday, and because I bought extras. Because usually if I go buy cards, I can't pick between all of them, and I end up picking like 2 or 3. I'm really bad about that. Indecisive, call me. So, anyways, I turned around, and it was this birthday card. And it was this birthday card. Coincidence, yeah, I guess. I took it as somewhat of some kind of weird sign. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. But, like I said, nothing ever falls off there. I can't even remember anything ever falling off of there. And I had those old cards just sitting there. There's 2 of them. That one and another one. And that one fell. It's weird, I thought. So, and I told you guys this stuff that was happening with my friend after he passed away, and I've had a couple things happen, but nothing I can like say, yep, that was 100%. Except the one instance that I told you about, like, there's no way I can't explain it away, like the way that happened and what happened. I really can't explain it. It was a weird thing to happen. That was weird too. I thought that was pretty weird. Like I said, maybe it's a coincidence. Maybe I needed a sign or something. I don't know. But it was kind of cool. Kind of something to gave me something to think about for sure. I feel a little bit crazy talking about it, but I don't know. I don't know. You guys take it as you will. It was weird. To me, it was just weird. My 2 kittens passed away a few years ago. I would feel them. Feel the side. They would jump on the and dented. Feel the side. Wait, I would feel the side. They would jump on dented. From when they appeared in my dreams all the time. Your dog will too. That's. I believe it, Andrew. I've seen some pretty crazy videos too, of people. Especially, well, one that I just saw, so it's fresh in my mind, that I saw like 2, 3 days ago, was someone had a kitten pass away, and it would get underneath the blanket, and it would run around underneath that blanket. You know how kittens like to do that sometimes. And they had video of like nothing under this blanket, but it was moving around like there was a kitten underneath it. And I'm sure if you search it, you could probably find it right now. It's on YouTube. I'm sure that's where I seen it. But yeah, there's a lot of evidence out there nowadays of things that happen like that. I guess afterlife, unexplained, paranormal, whatever you want to call it, and you can't discount all of them. There's no way. There's no way that all of these people are that good at faking things that they just, all these things are fake. Some of them have to be real. Some of them can be explained by, you know, bugs. Something was on the lens, a fog, a freak passing through of some sort of smoke or fog, or yeah, just who knows, whatever the case may be. But like the one with the about the kitten under the blanket. First of all, I don't know how they'd fake that. Second of all, I mean, I'm sure there's a way. I'm sure there's a way. You know, movie magic's amazing. Editing is amazing. Of course, I don't think this could have been done by editing. Well, I guess it could have been. Yeah, they could have had something that would have ran around underneath there, but it didn't look that way. It didn't look like there was even something solid underneath there. So, it's an interesting video, to say the least. Of course, we all want there to be something more than just this. You know, of course, you want to live this life the best you can to the max, which is really hard to do. Really hard to do. If you did that, first of all, I don't think you'd live very long, and so you got to be a little reserved, at least. But yeah, I hope that there's something else, and for not just us but our pets as well, and maybe there is. You know, there's a lot of evidence and proof that there's maybe just a really thin veil in between this reality and a different one. I think that's a very high possibility. Maybe we're not even in reality. It's just our reality for the time being. Maybe it's like a simulation. You know, I think that's a possibility as well. Sebastian and Mila forever. I mean, I just lost all those kittens as well. I lost 3 in about a, what was it, 2.5, 3 week period. That sucked as well. But Sebastian hits different. Kittens, I hadn't spent as much time with them. I spent a lot of time taking care of them. So it was an intimate relationship that we had. Sebastian, I tried to breathe for him this morning. I couldn't do it. Like he wasn't allowing it to happen. Whenever I was trying to help him, because I felt like he just could not catch his breath. He just could not get a deep breath in there. And I thought maybe if I filled his lungs up for him and just got him breathing good again, that it would help him. But it wasn't helping. So I cuffed around his mouth and his nose and put my mouth right up on his. I tried. Called your cat your old dog's name? Is that a very odd thing to do? Oh, I saw a message from Gundog up here too. I meant to answer Gundog's message, and the chat just took back off on me. He said, "You aren't crazy about the supernatural. You're crazy because you eat rank stuff like roadkill wouldn't eat." Well, yeah, maybe. You're right. Probably. I just I think that we all might have, no, we don't all. Some people have strange hobbies. Yours is kind of strange to some people. I mean, you do the same thing. What am I talking about? I've seen you, well, not eat so much. Okay, Gundog, I got you on here. Wait, what bars were melted? I must have missed that. Andrew said, when my 2 kitties passed away a few years ago, Oh yeah, I read that one, didn't I? Yeah, yeah. You'd film on your side, and it kept in. They say our pets stay around for a couple days before they cross the Rainbow Bridge to say goodbye. Yeah, I'll let you know if anything else happens. I feel like I've always been open enough to that stuff that if there's something there, I'm going to try to I'd be open to picking up on it. I've had a lot of instances in my life that were unexplained. I've had a lot of encounters with things. So yeah, I think if it's possible, I think I'm a person that would pick up on it. So, and I'm always looking for signs like that. I try not to let those things pass me by without recognizing that something extraordinary is going on. That's like I know I've told you guys before about like when we were filming the show. I We were late getting in on our flight, and we ended up having to. Matt had our reservations at some restaurant. I don't know what it was, but we were too late, so he had to just randomly find another place for us all to eat, like the whole crew, the whole road crew. And we ended up at this other place. I think this was in Arizona or California, one or the other. Anyways, we ended up at this restaurant, and like literally without this being intended, we were at this restaurant was supposedly one of the largest, if not the largest, vintage can collection in the world on display. Their entire walls, all the way around this place, and it was a huge place, were lined with old beer cans, cone tops, flat tops. I mean, you name it. And they were all encased behind plexi or real glass. I'm not sure which. Beautiful display, though. It was really, really well done. Really nice. But whenever that happened, I was like, okay, so I'm going to recognize that we are all exactly where we're supposed to be at the time we're supposed to be there, doing exactly what we're supposed to be doing. Like, that is what is happening right now. And I recognized that, and I pointed it out to Matt, like, and I kind of got all emotional after we sat there and ate. I was like, dude, this is not just a coincidence. Like, because there wasn't just that, there were other things happening, but I don't know. I pick up on stuff like that and try to pay attention. Um, I just saw, I think Miss Marilyn say, nope, Kaylin say that I missed a super chat. Hey, bud, this new mystery box is almost finished. Oh, man. Uh, the kids did a lot of research for this one together. That's awesome. Molly turned 8 last week, Saturday, so last Saturday, and I'm bursting to get this box mailed off by September. Thank you so much, LC, for the super chat, and you guys are way too kind with your generosity with your box. You I think you've sent me 2 before. All right, I know I've still got the one here that has mac and cheese in it. So I've got to figure out how I'm going to do that still too. And thank you, kids, for doing the research and looking in. I'm sure to what I've said throughout the years. I've been on the internet for years now. How weird does that sound to say out loud? Like, that's just a weird thing to think or say out loud. I don't know. It's not something. Okay, for me, it's weird because it's not something I ever envisioned that I would latch onto and do like I do now. Like, I'd never envisioned myself being this guy. Does that make sense? Elsie says, I totally believe in the spirit world. I have had otherworldly encounters before, as I lived in a haunted apartment building for 3 years, 3 months, and 3 days. Ooh, so you might be a numbers person again, like I am. I recognize numbers, especially repeating numbers or threes or nines. I try to stay away from sixes, but I recognize them. Um, but yeah, that's really crazy. 3 years, 3 months, 3 days. Um, James says 1963 we had a dog called Smokey. Oh, really? And you still have the collar? That's awesome, man. That well, I'm sorry he's not still with you, but obviously 1963 he would not still be with you. Um, Thank you for that comment. That's really cool. I remember log into AOL and dial up. Dub C says, yeah. You mean you remember your login information, or you just remember doing it? So I am actually a little bit hungry. I haven't had much of an appetite. A little bit ago, I thought I was a little bit hungry, but I didn't eat. So I have multiple MREs out here, which I'm not even sure when two of them are from. I know the Meatball Marinara stamped 2018. I'm looking at them. That's why I'm not looking at you guys. Oh, hey, B Dimple. How you doing, buddy? It's good to see you in here. You haven't moved yet, have you? You move in September? August? September, maybe? I don't know. That's going to be a good move, though. Got plenty of time to get prepared, too, which is, like, you got to have that. If you've been in a place like I have for 15 years, like, it's going to take a while to get out of here if I got to move out of here. I watched one of the old live streams from a few years back. It was strange and cool to see our conversations on screen and remember where I was in life. Yeah, I think that's awesome to create a log. And everything everybody talks about in the chat, I miss a lot of it. I'm not going to act like I catch everything, because I don't catch maybe 10-15%. Usually more towards the end, when I can look away from what I'm doing and focus. So, but yeah, I think it's great to have this log that you can look back at, and the conversations, they go all over the place. They go talk about everything, your life, what's going on, and I think that's great to be able to go back to, because I've done the same thing, and I'm like, I recognize the value in that, if that makes sense. So, great comment, Daniel. I like that. Oh yeah, that crazy sound. What was that even? What, like, was that just a sound effect that they came up to? Like, okay, when you log into the internet, here's the sound effect. Like, there's no way that was a natural thing that computers just did. Like, that was the sound of them booting up or logging into the internet. There's no way that's the case. That had to be an added sound effect. Yeah, so I don't know what to eat tonight. Like I said, I have not gotten around. I was going to have one of these breakfasts at one point this week, and I didn't get around to it. So I don't. They're probably not all that exciting. I think we are going to be seeing. I hope this is not the case, but I think we're going to be seeing some possible Norwegian and American collaboration going on as far as military goes. I know we've established 3 or 4 bases up there already, and they're focusing on the cold climates. So I think there's probably going to be some research going on as far as the Natick and American side into cold weather food and combat food in general, stuff that can be carried along with each soldier, just like meal cold weathers are. Maybe they just won't screw with it at all. Maybe they're fine with where the meal cold weathers are, and they don't think they need any more improvement, because that's possible. I mean, but we did go from the ration cold weather, and we also had the food packet cold weather before that for, I don't know really if that ever went into production or existed. I know it went into production because they're real. I have them. I have them. You guys have seen them. They're actually right here. I could dig them out. But I just, I don't know what happened to where they said, okay, the ration cold weather, we're going to do away with that, and we're just going to give them 3 meal cold weathers. We're going to switch over to the meal cold weathers, and instead of getting a 24-hour ration in 2 bags, which I think was more efficient, now obviously we have the meal cold weathers. Maybe because they use single meals a lot more than what they would use a 24-hour ration, but I still think we should have that 24-hour cold weather ration as an option to give guys, because it just seemed way more streamlined and efficient. So, hey, History Savior's here. All right. He just sent a $10 super chat and didn't put anything. So thank you, History Savior. You guys, there is a link to History Savior down there in my description. Click the description, scroll down, you'll find History Savior. Click on that. It'll immediately take you over to his channel. then you hit the subscribe button, then you can back out of there and then go back later and watch his videos after you come back here. So, yeah. Anyways, what did I get? I got porridge, which I don't even know. Dang it. I don't even know what the porridge really will be like. I don't know if it'll be like a really finely ground sort of oatmeal or what. And it's got dark chocolate, sweets. I don't know what the sweets would be. Yeah, no, that's separate. And then dried fruit, which we saw that last week. Energy drink, spoon, disinfectant wipe, Ziploc bag, coffee, chewing gum. Still 1,300 calories in there. So most of your calories are going to be coming from the porridge. And you know what? I still got some of that chocolate bar left. And I'm curious what the calorie count on that thing was like. This thing was in there, laid on the stove right next to where I boil water, where I have the boiling water going right now, because I don't know if I'll need it or not. But it's looking like, focus, 519 kcals. Really? This chocolate bar is over 500 calories. I mean, I'm not saying that that's not possible, because I'm sure it is, but holy cow. Oh, look at that. See, I knew it. I knew it. Must have been the side that was closer. Well, I'm going to get a spoon, an old white Canadian spoon. I'm going to just scoop that right out of there. Look at that. Bet that's going to be awesome. Yeah, you're right, Smitty. I thought about that. It's not looking like it. If you read right here, it just says energy value. But yeah, they do like to do that sort of thing, which I don't know about you, but it confuses the absolute crap out of me. Because, of course, I could do the math, but typically it's a little bit of it's a little difficult math, especially to try to do in your head. So, I mean, I can always round the numbers, and if I round the numbers out, you know, I can get pretty close. And sometimes, depending on the numbers, I could be right on, but I want to scoop the rest of that out of there. Because it was just that one piece, it looks like, that melted, which is kind of weird, but see, the rest of it's not melted. I mean, it's softer, but it's not melted. It's kind of crazy, actually. See? A little bit right there, which I think came off the spoon, actually. Are you wanting chocolate? Dark chocolate's actually not bad for you. I think you could probably eat a little bit of that. Oh, you got it on your nose. It's on your nose. Do you know that it's on your nose? Here, do you want to try it? Huh? Whoop, you sneezed. You don't want to try it? Okay. Okay, pretty girl. Okay. She has got a skin condition that is going to have to be addressed. It's not super bad, but she got a sore on her cheek, and I addressed it. I started putting triple antibiotic ointment on it, and of course I actually started by like debriefing it, and then I put triple antibiotic ointment on it, and it cleared up pretty quick. But she got a different one on her other cheek, so I don't know what's going on with that. Well, that chocolate's pretty daggone good melted. It's actually better melted. There's a lot more flavor to it melted than there is when it's not melted or not hot, which I wouldn't mind trying it. in its warm state, because it is definitely warm right now, but it's still solid. It's that little bit of melted right there. Oh, it's really soft. Not super, but pretty soft compared to what it's supposed to be. It's just not a super flavorful chocolate to begin with, but with it being heated up, it's actually more flavor. So it's not bad. So I'm actually thinking real food, because I'm pretty hungry. I don't know. I mean, I know a breakfast 1,300 kcals. Like, come on, that's way too much anyway. And we're looking at that with these as well. But there's no way I'd eat the whole MRE most likely. I'll probably eat maybe 700-800 calories worth of it right now. Pretty hungry. Hi, sweetheart. Hi. 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 Hi, Goofy. Hi, Goofy girl. She's definitely taken over the show. We're not sure how Stella's going to react either yet. So beforehand, we did a little research, which I guess I should tell you guys what we done. So like I said, he passed away this morning. Come here. Say hi. I seen a Meatballs vote. We wrapped him in a towel to basically infuse that towel with his scent. Before we took it, and we took him to get him cremated, because you can't climb on that stuff. You'll knock all my spoons and stuff down. I got a collection of spoons. I got actually 3 cups full of spoons from, honestly, I think they've only came from live streams. There's got to be 100, maybe more spoons, probably more. Like here, I'll show you. I'll show you 1 cup. This is a small cup of spoons. And I've got 3 of these sitting here. I know, it's crazy. What is that? What is that? You can't hit the camera, silly. Anyways, we took him to have him cremated, and we wrapped him in the towel so that she can have a towel with his scent, so it's not such a shock for him to be gone. But I don't think she even knows yet. I don't think she realizes that he isn't here. I tried to get her to recognize this morning, because this morning after he passed away, I made him, like, I posed him like he was just laying down, because he had like a spasm or something where he was running out of oxygen. His legs kicked out. So, but I posed him like that, so he looked like he was just sleeping. Anyway, that's what we done. So, okay. Are you done? Are you done? She's got kind of like droopy eyes. She's got, I don't know. Aww. You done? You done yet? Because I'm going to make you done. Here. On the couch. Okay. She's far too cute for her own good. Yeah, kind of. Yeah. I wish he would have. He didn't. He was actually struggling pretty bad. The worst I've ever seen him. And I never would have imagined it hitting him like it did this morning, or I wouldn't have let this happen. I would have let him go peacefully. I would have taken him to the vet, and did the humane thing, but he was doing so good that's why I didn't do it. And I discussed this at length with my son, because my old lady wanted to have him put down about 3 weeks ago, and I was like, you know, I'm going to take over his care, and I'm going to give him his medicine, because his medicine was getting skipped on occasion, because sometimes she'd give it to him, sometimes I'd give it to him, and it was like, it wasn't, sometimes it would get missed because one might think the other done it, or you know what I'm saying. And then he was getting some food he shouldn't have got sometimes, like a little bit of dry cat food she'd give him, and I wasn't okay with that. Which I'd complain about it every time I saw it happen, but still it happened. And whenever she said she wanted to have him put down, I said, I'm going to take over, and I'm going to do the care from now on, totally. And he got better. He was doing really good. Which he had a few nights where he couldn't relax, and he was struggling. But after I took over, actually doubled his medication, his Lasix, and he you can't do that. You can't do that. Anyways, I doubled his medications, and I had him fasting every other day, like I said. The only thing he had to eat was chicken, and he was doing pretty good. But like I said, last night, about, I don't know, it was like 11 o'clock, I think, 11:30 is whenever he started not being able to breathe, and it just progressively got worse and worse, and he's struggling. So I took some old pain medication that I had from an old surgery that I had, and I crushed that up and put it in water and put it in a syringe, and I gave that to him, just so he could not be in so much pain anymore. And he passed about 20 minutes after that, 30 minutes after I gave it to him. So, yeah, and I know that I didn't give him enough that would have, made him not be able to get up or anything, because, I mean, it didn't make him sick or anything like that. It just, I think his pain level subsided some right before he passed, but he was definitely struggling. So, all right, little one, you gotta leave me alone, because I want to eat, okay? All right, get down. Go on. She knocked this stuff over here down. I gotta pick it up. Oh, I forgot about even having this. Some Russian chocolate in here. Keychain. Somebody sent. I think this is a survival keychain. Like, you pull on the keychain part of it, and I think it unravels. I think. There's part of a Russian chocolate bar in there. I don't even know. I haven't looked at this cup in a long time. That's where I keep my markers at, to mark out people's addresses and whatnot. Alright, you gotta stop doing that now. I should have never let you up on the table, huh? Alright, just get up there. Alright, let's get serious here. Yeah, I don't know. I like to joke around and stuff more than what I'm, obviously it's a little different today. I don't know if I got that camera straight or not. Let's see. I do not. Tilt it a little bit. There we go. All right, that's pretty good. All right. Now, let's see. Okay, LC says Meatballs. It's definitely the thickest MRE out of the bunch. Like, no doubt about it. I like all three of these. That's why I picked them. I'm just in the mood for food. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten. So I will not be disappointed in any of these picks. And, of course, those breakfasts are back there too. But I just don't see that as a real, like, solid meal right now. Being that that's chocolate muesli and porridge, and the other two were the same thing. I'm pretty sure they were just porridges, nothing substantial. Vestry says, I'll be right back. Have to smash the like with second account. Oh, well, thank you for that. The doubling up on the thumbs up. Yeah, sure, man. I'm not going to turn that down. Even though I know that Google is... Yeah, they're so difficult anymore. Mike, she can be yours. Just tell me how to get her to you. She needs a home. My sister's taking the gray one, which he's in there playing in the sink right now. He's got a ration spoon, it sounds like, in there. So I seen... Thank you, Hellhound, and which would be Investory. So I got a spicy beef patty, or, well, jalapeno pepper jack. I got one vote for that. And I had one vote for Meatballs from LC. And what I do remember, as far as menu lineup goes, is the stuff that's in the Meatballs is always, like, they always have, like, the best snacks. You maybe a dairy shake. It's always the good stuff that comes in the Meatballs. I don't know why. But Meatballs is always, like, a killer meal, I think. If I remember right. I'm pretty sure I'm remembering right, contents-wise. Chicken burrito bowl is honestly almost about the same size as the beef patty, which is kind of crazy. I mean, look how thin that is. It feels like there's hardly anything at all in this one. So I'd say the contents aren't too... I mean, there's not a whole lot going on in there, it feels like. The beef patty is thicker, and it just feels like there's a little bit more going on. And then you got your meatballs down here that is actually pretty massive. This is a pretty big MRE to lug around. And it feels like it's in that Ameriqual inner packaging as well. This feels like a packed by Ameriqual Force of Paco type of deal going on here. Letha says, I have surgery on August 10th and go back to work on Monday after... Wait. And I go back to work on Monday after my car accident. Wait, I don't understand. June, July, August. That's coming up. Are you trying to predict the car accident? Because it seems like it's in the future. Not trying to be super funny here or anything, but maybe I'm misunderstanding your comment, Miss Aletha. So you went back to work right after your car accident, and maybe... What I'm gathering is maybe you think that might be the reason that you're having to have surgery. Mulder says, I support the Meatballs strongly. And we got another Meatballs here. It looks like Meatballs is where it's at. Oh, yeah, Mike. Mike said, let the kitty pick which meal. Okay. Well, I don't know that she will, but which one do you like, kitty? Huh? Any of these? Any of these you like? Huh? You like any of these? Huh? 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 You got a loose piece of fur on your head. Forgot to cut my fingernails today too. I feel like a hobo. And I know I'm malnutrition too. That's what I've been told that those white things down there mean. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't like it. It's been that way ever since I was a little kid, though. It's never changed. And I also have dents in my fingernails. I don't know if you guys can see it, but especially my thumbs. You see that? It's really weird. It's always been that way, though. Opened a garlic herb chicken breast MRE recently, and the chicken breast feels non-existent in the package. It's just fluid in there with a couple super tiny chunks. Really? I'm surprised, Daniel. I've had that same menu before, and it had 2 full chicken breasts in it. Like, the last time I had it, which I think it came out of a 2015, the one I had, came out of a First Strike ration. I think that's the only way you can get that garlic and herb chicken, isn't it? Is out of a First Strike ration? Could be wrong. I think they used to do a barbecue chicken breast as well. Maybe in the First Strike ration. I can't remember 100%. But Meatballs sounds like that's where we're at. So, and I'm not going to complain about Meatballs. I wouldn't complain about any of these. So let me get some of this stuff off the table here. Which I guess I can just stick these in the background here. I don't think they'll really be in the way or anything. Well, I don't think Chicken Burrito Bowl is going to stand up on its own. Maybe it will. Let's see what's in this Meatballs. Let's just take a peek. This is a Sapaco. Like I said, I think this might be one of those AmeriQual packed for Sapaco deals, and it is a 2018, the 312th day, and I'm not sure if this came. No, I don't know. This didn't come from Art and Nina over at foreignmre.com, or it might have came from, nope, I don't have anything with Minotaur on it. Really? Wait, yeah, I do, here. Or came from Bob over at Minotaur. The name's not on there, but Minotaur's a website that you can find online that has ration stuff. I'm not exactly sure what all he's got on there right now, but I know he was doing a ration of the month, and he was also doing survival kits or something like that a few weeks ago after I went to Bob's. Oh, it's probably been maybe a couple months ago. Been a while. Where's that at? Oh, he also gave me this, which is like a, it's not an accurate representation as far as a reproduction goes, but it is a similar recreation of a naval action ration with the contents and whatnot. Size, size 10's pretty similar, I think. And yeah, so Minotaur's got that going on. If you're looking for anything like that, I think he's probably got some cool stuff going on over there. Also, Ration Museum, probably be doing a live stream Monday, 3 o'clock, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, from 3 to about 7. So if you're working and you get off at 5, you still catch a couple hours. And I think you even get to catch his, he typically has a meal of some kind. There we go. Look, I was right. Well, I could feel it. It sure felt that way. But look how freaking huge that is. That is a lot of stuff, and it's vacuum packed. It's legit vacuum packed. I think because this is packaged this way, I mean, look at that. Like, it's really, really vacuum packed. I think because this is packaged this way, so you got your thick outer bag, then you got this clear inner bag, and then you also have all the packaging of each individual item inside. I would bet that this is going to add, outside of extreme circumstances where it's in like 100+ degree heat, just normal circumstances, I think it being double bagged and vacuum packed like this would add at least another year to its viability and making it stay pristine as far as calorie count, taste of each individual item. I think that this double packaging plus vacuum pack would add an extra year to this particular, well, each MRE that's packaged this way. So I think this is great, but I also think it's kind of wasteful at the same time because they're not intended to use these rations for that long. And I mean, 3 to 5 years, I would say, is how long the military would nowadays use stuff like that. That reminds me, I ran into this guy at the post office because he was driving a Cadillac CTSV. So me and him started, car guys, we started talking about cars. And he was like an acquisitions guy. Like he dealt with all the food. He made sure that they had enough ammo. He made sure they had enough I think they still had clips back then. I don't know what guns they would have been using. Yeah, they would have. Yeah, they would have been using guns with clips, actual clips. Anyway, he'd make sure that they had all that stuff, like bandoliers. He'd make sure that they had everything that they needed. And he was telling me a story, and I think he said 1958. But in 1958, he told me that they dug through a bunch of old K rations and old World War II era C rations and was handing those out to guys, and the guys would come in there and raid those rations all the time and steal the cigarettes out of them and then just throw the rest of it away. I was like, oh my God. I just, the history that got thrown away. But he also told me that before he left there, they took pallets of those old K rations and C rations and put them in the dumpster. So I've got to get with this guy and maybe do a video or something, or a live stream with the guy, something, and let him tell his stories to you guys, because he had some really good stories about military food, because that's what he dealt with. It didn't seem like it was a passion of his or anything like that. It was just his job. So it was really, really cool to hear him talk about it. And he also said that those K rations and old C rations that he was dealing with were still good, because he was opening up some over the 2 or 3 years, however long, different times that he was there. He opened them up and tried them out, and they were still good. So he was doing this kind of stuff before doing this kind of stuff was even remotely cool. You know what I mean? All right, let's see what's in here. I'll bet you there's some meatballs in here. How crazy would it be if I was wrong? There was no meatballs in here. I've never ran across a United States MRE that had the main substituted. Has anybody else encountered this or seen a video with this particular situation? Because it clearly says in the military breakdown, it says that the mains can be substituted. Now, I've had where there was a menu missing out of a case and they substituted a whole different menu, but where it was actually like meatballs and they put something else in there, because that's what they state that they can do. So this is going to be our marinara sauce with marinara sauce with meatballs. So mainly you're getting a bunch of marinara sauce, and they're going to throw some meatballs in there with it. Here, let me move this bag, kitty. Here, you can lay on that. And there's our sleeve. Let's see what we got going on nutrition-wise for our marinara sauce with meatballs. Made with chicken and beef. 280 calories, not super high. Sodium is 1150. Wow. Okay, so the highest I've ever seen sodium-wise. My son got a Hungry Man meal out the other day and was fixing to cook it up. And I was like, dude, let me see that. Let me look at that box. It had 95% of your daily value. It was like 2,000 and some milligrams of sodium in that one meal. I was like, dude, you can't. This is like a heart attack in a box, dude. You really shouldn't be eating this. So 16 grams of protein. Not bad. Not bad there. I like these meatballs. I think they're really good. Usually they are. I guess these ones were made by Pack Force Tobacco Packaging Company, Mullins, South Carolina. That doesn't tell me who made them. I guess Tobacco made them. Huh. Had to be an external company that packaged them. Anyway. All right. There's the marinara meatballs. Oh. Garlic mashed potatoes. Yuck. 390 milligrams of sodium. Not as bad as I would have expected in the mashed potatoes. So not bad. See, look here. Mariqual. Distributed by Mariqual Foods, Evansville, Indiana. So we got a Sapaco here. Mariqual here. Where's the retort for the mashed potatoes? Here it is. garlic mashed potatoes. I'm not a huge fan of the garlic mashed potatoes. I'm not going to lie. Like, they're not my favorite, but it's all right. Ooh, look, teriyaki beef stick. This is always a good find, in my opinion. I enjoy those, actually. I tore that jerky up that Delicious sent me in with the Norwegians. Look at this weird beverage powder that's like blew up like a balloon. Huh, that's odd. Tropical flavored beverage-based powder. 20 milligrams of sodium, not bad. 120 calories. What's in this? 110 calories. Really? That's pretty low for a beef stick, I feel like. And 130. Is that the same for the beef stick as the mashed potatoes? Nope. 110 in here, 130 in there. Anybody want to keep a calorie count for me? Let's see. We got a chocolate chip cookie, trans fat free. I don't know if I've had just a regular chocolate chip cookie. Usually it's something else, like oatmeal chocolate chunk or something like that. This is just a chocolate chip cookie. And it was vacuum sealed as well. What else we got? Ooh, cheese spread with jalapenos. Nice. I seen History Savior send me a message. He said I could show it here on the live stream. But that won't work, History Savior. You'll have to email me whatever it was that you wanted me to show. Because I can't pull texts up off of here and show them. It just won't work that way. Partially biodegradable MRE spoon. Our flameless Ration heater. Yeah, these things used to be notorious for having all the good desserts. Like, I don't know what happened. Oh, and we got Italian breadsticks. I didn't expect that. Well, that'll be good with that cheese spread. And we have, oh boy, Splenda, our accessory packet with Coffee Instant Type 2, spray dried, 1.5 grams net. We got our Giannis Brothers non-dairy creamer, 4 grams of that, 4 grams of iodized salt. I thought we used to get more than that. You got your chiclets in the red packaging there, so peppermint probably, or cinnamon, one or the other. Moist towelette, latex free. Splenda, made in the USA. Hey, hey. Not much of that. You won't see that very often. And our United States issued butt ration. Or paper towels, napkins, whatever you want to call them. That's what we got in a 2018 Meatballs marinara. And I think this was a late year. Yep, 312th day. So we're talking what? October, November, something like that? 360, 60, November, something like that? I'm not sure. Oh, and we got a beverage bag too, which I never use. So it's going right over here with the flameless ration heater that I also never use. You guys wouldn't believe how many flameless ration heaters I had, but if the power ever goes out, hey, I'll be able to heat my food up. Hey, what's going on, Joe? How you doing, man? Let me go heat my mashed taters, and this is all I gotta heat up, right? Yeah. All right, I'll be right back. All right. Got a trash bag too. You know, I used to keep every single MRE bag, anything that I did off a live stream. I still keep MCI boxes and cans, but outside of that, everything else goes in the trash. The Norwegian packaging went in the trash, all that. I used to keep it all for display purposes, but I've ran out of displaying ability. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate that, man. It's been a different day in the household, I must say. floor. All right. Let's put all this stuff. The 5 R's for optimal recovery. 1. Replenish energy stores often. 2. Repair muscle. 3. Replace fluids and electrolytes. 4. Refuel regularly. Are they going to have the same thing basically in just different words? Replenish energy stores often. Same thing as refuel regularly. And then rest and recover for the next mission. Timing is critical. Eat and drink within 30 to 60 minutes after physical activity. I didn't know that that was a critical element. Carbohydrates 80 to 120 grams. Protein 15 to 25 grams of protein. Fluids 16 to 32. Recovery trail mix and pudding 90 grams of carbohydrates. So that's what your recovery meal has in it. And then good MRE sources. Chocolate protein drink, snack bread, cheese spread, 84 grams of carbohydrates, and 19 grams of protein. Chocolate protein drink, peanut butter, crackers, 90 grams of carbohydrates, 25 grams of protein. Plan ahead. Carry ration components with you for quick recovery. Huh. Oh yeah, I was going to use that tray for this stuff. Move it out of the way. There we go. Put that stuff right there. And get rid of those. All right. I'm not using that Splenda. Last time I used Splenda, it ruined my cup of coffee. And I didn't want anything to do with it. Cookie, breadsticks, mashed potatoes, go there. Right, let's get started with the drink. And since it's a red liquid, I'll use the Superman cup. This is the ballooned up drink mix. Lots of red dye in there, I'll tell you that. Look at that, stuff looks neon in my hand. Yeah, Splenda isn't too bad, but I'm not a fan of it. Yeah, sweet and low saccharin. Cancer causing. All that good stuff. Okay. But yeah, History Savior, if you email me whatever that was you sent me, I can share it with folks. Let me see if I can. Whoops. Huh. Yeah, you'll have to email that to me, dude. I don't know if he's still around or not. Probably not. Actually, let me get this drink made, and then we are going to have to go get the stuff out of the boiling water. It's going to taste like metal. Ooh, look at that done. That's weird. Weird, weird, weird. That looks awful. This really is being very strange. Look at that. Yuck. Sounds like my son might be here. Kind of sounds like his car. Loud and obnoxious. Alright, we're going to watch that because it's really weird. I'm done with the water, Amber. Okay. Setting those back there, kitten. Alright, let's see what happens. Look at that, like, solid mass. That is so weird. Huh. Oh. Thanks to Saltycroccollectibles the other day sending me a link. I actually was very fortunate enough to pick up, I think it was 9 of the mashed potatoes and chicken breast. Mountain House. I'll be right back. You know I'm not playing this game. Go on. Back the hallway. Get. Go, Stella. Okay. Yeah, there's a skunk on my back porch, and the dog won't leave it alone. And the little crippled cat's back there. I was trying to get in the house. This is not happening. I don't recall ever running into this issue this bad. I mean, if this water was super, super ice cold, then maybe I could see it kind of doing this, but that's room temperature water. Man, oh man. Something's up with that drink mix. I'm going to try it, see if it's weird. Ooh. That does not taste right. Not at all. Not like it's, I don't know, necessarily bad or anything, but it's not normal. I will say that. It's much more tart. The sweetness isn't there. Huh. Very strange. Alright. This cookie, this is the cookie, right? Nope, this is breadsticks. Okay. I thought this was a cookie. Okay, I set the cookie down. I had it in my hand earlier. I thought it was bent, but it is not. 274th day on the cookie, 2018. About a 4-year-old cookie. Straight up chocolate chip. Look at that. That actually looks like a good cookie, doesn't it? Ooh, wow, that's got a lot of smell going on. Doesn't smell like a cookie, though. It smells sweet. It smells like semi-sweet chocolate. I don't know. That's weird. It doesn't smell bad. It just doesn't really smell so much like a cookie, in my opinion. I can't pinpoint. I mean, mainly I'm smelling that semi-sweet chocolate, but there's also a different smell going on there. It doesn't necessarily smell cookie-like. Immediately see those herbs and spices up in them. Lots of oregano. Lots of oregano and garlic is what I pick up in the scent. They actually smell quite tasty. Because I am hungry. Teriyaki beef stick. Alright, they go overkill on this because I can promise you inside of here will be another package. Bridgeford. Net weight 1 ounce. Beef stick. Says it up there at the top, kind of cut off. Doesn't say it anywhere else. Oh yeah, right there. Teriyaki beef stick. Is that the date code on there? Huh. 154th day. I've never seen these for sale anywhere. Have you guys? This is a really thick beef stick. Like, I mean, I've seen thick beef sticks, but I've never seen these Bridgeford teriyaki beef sticks like this for sale. Maybe they exist out there, but I've never seen them for sale. I'm sure they probably are, though. I've just never seen them. Oh, let me go grab a bowl really quick. Actually, no, you know what? I think I can manage with what we got here. Got to make that coffee, though. I did check the mail for Bourbon Street Joe Nola's package that he sent along. It just hadn't made it yet, so it wasn't here yesterday. Could have came today, but I didn't check today, obviously. One of my post offices is open today, the other is not. I can't remember which one's which. Let's see. Oh yeah, I need a coffee cup. I couldn't remember which one of these Huggies was which, but I remembered K-Man put the date on the second one. MRE meetup, Simpsonville, Kentucky, August 2019. This is a cup that Bourbon Street, or no, Bob sent this. Bob sent this, that's right. I'm not going to use this too big. I'm going to use the same cup I've been using because of the size. It's got something in it that I can't get out. What the heck? Well, whatever it was took a little bit of a spit clean to get it out of there. Saw Bridgeford jerky for sale when I was in Georgia. Is that the same? It's the same company, yeah. Yeah, it'll be the same company. Bridgeford makes all kinds of stuff. Obviously, they make a lot of the shelf-stable sandwiches. Not all of them, but most of them. Or they make a version of the pizza. What else do they make? Bridgeford makes a lot of stuff. Spray dried, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, I'd have known if I'd have just dumped it out. Get every bit of that goodness out of there. I love the smell of this. I swear I think I should come up with a civilian version of this exact same coffee if they would, you know, cooperate with me in doing so. Trans Packer Services Corporation. Piscataway, New Jersey. Did I say that right? Piscataway? Probably not. It's probably improper pronunciation on my behalf. Because, well, when you get right down to it, I'm still a redneck. 201st day, 2018. I was just thinking about that yesterday. Came across some girl on TikTok that was, she had, what's that called? Whenever you, like, scream stuff out. have like ticks. Can't remember what that's called. Pepperoni, but I think it was to get to the kids. Wait, what? You got pepperoni, but I think if I was to get it for the kids, would ask for some, and I'd be obligated to share. The pepperoni pizza is actually not bad, guys. Like if you like those little frozen pizzas, like Titonis, whatever they are, those little frozen pizzas. I mean, it's not like, oh, it's the greatest pizza ever. No, it's just like, it's an all right thing to eat sometimes, because I mean, I don't mind them, but that's what you're getting, room temperature frozen pizza, and I don't mind it. Like I said, I would eat that pizza every couple of days without too much complaint if it was one of my 3 meals for the day. My problem with our military MREs is still that there's just not enough breakfast options. They need to come up with more breakfast options. Plain and simple. All right, so I want to test myself and see how good my eyeball is. How close to 8 ounces do you think that is? It's a little, I would say it's about a 1/16 over a half a cup here. Half of this cup. You think there's going to be 9 ounces in there? 7 ounces in there? 10 ounces in there? Could be 10 ounces in there. I don't know. I'm thinking I'm right around the 8 ounce mark, but I could definitely be wrong. So let me make sure this has not got anything in it. Cat hair or anything like that. Because it was crawling around in there earlier. Not in this cup, but right next to the cup. Alright. Let's see. Ooh, I'm under. I am under. I would say about 7.5 ounces. I'm going to have to move the camera up so I can level it out for you. It's pretty level. That's what it was like on the table. So I'm probably about 7.5 ounces. I can actually add just a little bit more water. Come on, cat. I don't even know what all she just knocked down. It's okay. Doesn't matter. But yeah, pretty close for an eyeball. I'm glad that I wasn't going over by a couple ounces, because I don't want it to be all watered down, you know. Alright, I know I got a napkin around here somewhere. Wipe this out with. Which, I mean, I'm going to have to wash it, but just for the time being. So I can move this stuff back over into it until I can wash it. Alright. Just grab an open one back here. Not like I don't have enough of them. Because I think I got enough spoons. I don't know about you guys, but... Alright. I'm not going to add that other ½ ounce of water. It's not happening. Cheese spread. Maybe it's the separate kind that you're supposed to. I bet it is. Yeah. Yep. That's it. Oh, that smells amazing. It smells like pickled, it smells pickled. My buddy from Saturday Night Live just texted me. Couldn't see what he said, but I saw it was him. Mashed potatoes are going in that little thing. I don't care. Double check. I don't want to eat any fur. Oh, awesome. I don't know how I had this before. Keeps falling down though. All right. Meatballs. Marinara. Meatballs with marinara sauce. All right. It's thanks to Ruler Yak over at the Ration Museum that I have this set. I've got the tray. I've got a couple cups. Just saw one of them with the Huggy on it. Ooh, yummy. Remember, more sauce than meatballs, the way it's listed. Marinara sauce with meatballs. There's no way there's more sauce than meatballs. There is no way. That is a lot of meatballs. You can make one heck of a meatball sandwich with this. Whew. It's hot. And I do mean hot. Alright. It's actually looking pretty daggone good. It smells good too. You smell the garlic and oregano. Very similar to what you smell over here, except you get that like pizza sauce smell. The tomato. It's just very Chef Boyardee pizza sauce as far as the scent goes. And I don't know if you guys were like me, but when you were kids, if your mom made one of the homemade Chef Boyardee pizzas, homemade, the pizza sauce can that you would get, it was always my favorite thing to clean that thing out after they were done with it. Like, oh my gosh, it was the best. I really did love that. Yeah, there's a hefty portion. I mean, obviously 8 ounces, but that's a lot. That's half a pound. Solid half pound of meatballs. I mean, very little marinara sauce there, if you ask me. Set it back there for a second. Garlic, mashed potatoes. I've never understood this, okay? Mashed potatoes don't go with meatballs. Somebody tell me different. There's so many other things that they could have put with this that would have made more sense. Okay, how about a wrap? How about, I mean, some rice would actually be nice too with that. Some rice and meatballs in a tortilla. Oh. But meatballs and mashed potatoes, guys, they just do not, in my personal opinion, go together. And usually I always start with the main and then work my way down. But today, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to start with the sides and snacks and whatnot. I'm going to finish with dessert. But yeah. So this is calling my name because it smells so good. It doesn't really smell so much like teriyaki though. It smells like smells like a Penrose sausage. Have you guys ever had those pickled Penrose sausages? That's what this smells like. It smells amazing. Which I love those pickled Penrose sausages, but I don't even think they make them anymore. Anyway. Mmm. Pretty greasy. Immediately covered my mouth. Or coated the inside of my mouth with grease. Salty. It's good though. Very savory. I feel like, especially if you were exhausted and really, you know, had worked hard, that would really hit the spot. It's hitting the spot for me right now anyway. Cheddar cheese, butter, water, jalapeno peppers, sodium phosphate, and a bunch of other crap. Locust bean gum, guar gum, you know. One thing I will complain about on this is I get some packaging flavor. I taste plastic. I don't know if that's got to do with the skin on it, or if it's just from that plastic, because that's pretty. I don't know. I feel like this type of plastic kind of comes with a flavor. You know what I mean? If your food's packaged in that, you get a little bit of that flavoring. Breadstick. Those are pretty good, just on their own, honestly. Slightly sweet, but a lot of flavor. I mean, a lot. The oregano is really what's prevalent. There's also some garlic in the background there that you pick up on. Not bad though. Something else. There's another seasoning. It's got a lot of malted barley in it too, surprisingly. I don't really pick up on that so much. Basil. Basil, oregano, parsley, whole rosemary, and whole thyme is your Italian seasonings. Let's try some cheese spread. Jalapeno cheese spread. Look at that chunk of pepper come out of there. Yeah, buddy. That looks pretty good. That really levels out all those spices, herbs and spices, and that sweetness. And the cheese is really rich. Got some spice to it. That bite did. It's not bad. It's a really nice snack. Really hearty. I mean, it's substantial. Feels substantial. Hang on. It's a Italian breadstick. Yeah, I thought she might like it, but said she couldn't even smell it. Her nose has got to be broken because it is really, really aromatic. It's meatball time. Peanut butter jelly time. It's meatball time. All right. Hang on. I want to get a cross section on one of these bad boys. Maybe. Without dipping it back in the sauce. So, definitely tell these are put together with like little breadcrumbs and stuff. So, it's a legit little meatball. You know, I like this. These are way better than the ones that you buy at the store. And like, if you guys ever do like little smokies and meatballs, I think these are better. Well, usually. We'll see how these are. Mmm. Very beefy. Usually I don't pick up on so much of the beef. The sauce is very thick. Very thick. Even though this is scalding hot, the sauce is still really thick. And they've got a really solid chew to them. All right, I gotta get rid of this microphone or my battery's going to die. I always forget about it until it's almost too late. All right, there we go. One more bite and then I'll mix it with some stuff. Like I stated before, these mashed potatoes are never my favorite. These ones look pretty decent, but I mean, I'm just not a fan. They way overdo it with the garlic, usually. I mean, we'll see. I guess every batch could be different, but let's try it. Yeah, nope. That almost tastes like eating like a sour gym sock or something. It's just not right. Something's very wrong with these. Instant mashed potatoes already have like a kind of weird flavor to them anyway. And then you add the garlic in there, and it just kind of amplifies what that flavor is that I don't like. Yeah. I mean, they're not horrible or anything. They're not inedible. They're just not my cup of tea. Somebody else might love them. And I got some in my beard. I gotta get that out of there, because I can see it too. Okay. Hey, CT, agreed. Those potatoes are nasty. Well, thank you for the super chat, CT. And you are not wrong. Well, we're in the same boat. Let me just say that. Yeah, like I said, there might be people out there that just fall in love with those mashed potatoes and think they're the greatest thing. Because somebody, look, here's what I think. I think someone who has a weaker palate might enjoy those. But for me, that's just too much of flavors that I don't necessarily like to begin with. I am not a huge garlic fan. I think garlic is okay in moderation, but whenever you make it one of the main ingredients in your dish, for me, it's a turnoff. But like Steve eats garlic like it's apples. Like he eats it raw. It's I've never tried to do that, but I have to imagine that I would not like that. That was my attempt at a meatball sandwich. Bite of bread, 3 meatballs. You know a guy who doesn't like any berry-flavored stuff. Some people are just weird. Right? I agree. I don't know how you could not like berry stuff. But again, that's an individual palate thing. Now, I do find that after reviewing things for years, that my general descriptions of food items are pretty accurate along the lines of what other people are going to taste and smell. So, but that doesn't mean that they don't like those tastes and smell that I describe. Like some things I don't like these mashed potatoes. But I have to do this. Okay? Okay. Man, I ain't seen South Park in a minute. I got a gnat flying around that's driving me crazy. I assume this is what... Why is it on the bottom of the spoon? I tried not for that to happen. Anyway, I assume this is how this is intended. Oh, by the way, you guys click on CT, his link in my description. Go subscribe to CT's channel. Don't forget to thumbs up or down this video. Subscribe to my channel. Blah, blah, blah. YouTube jargon stuff. Anyway, mashed potatoes and meatballs, I suppose. All right. It's not horrible. But the meatballs are better on their own. Look at that chunk of tomato. Huh. It's good enough that I'm going in for seconds. Okay? Okay. Alright, that gnat just landed on my neck. Ooh. Ooh. Where is it? It's got to die. I usually don't kill insects at all. I take them outside if I can catch them. But this one's got to go. Because I don't remember ever catching a gnat. It's not horrible. I'm going to add some of this to that as well. Mashed potato and meatball sandwich. Looks more like potato foam. Well, no, it's not really. It's not like what you would think, I guess, if that's how it looks. Because honestly, the texture's not bad. The texture is like a slightly overmixed mashed potatoes. Okay, like they're just a little bit, not quite whipped, but just a little bit overmixed. They're not horrible as far as the texture goes. And I can't stand a bad texture. I'm not going to complain about the texture of those. They're not bad. What is bad, though, is the flavor of those mashed potatoes. They're just not good. Really not good. When I saw them, I was like, oh, took up one of my items that could have been good. I don't know what else they could put in here that would be better. I mean, like those crunchy potato sticks. If you got to have a potato item in here, if that's what they're shooting for, okay, put those in here. This sauce is very similar to Chef Boyardee pizza sauce. It's thicker, but flavor-wise, it's very similar. My kids really like the meatballs as well. Both my kids like them. Stella just pulled that towel over on top of her that I told you we wrapped Sebastian up in. You know he's not here? Does it bother you? I know it's weird, ain't it? I missed the super chat from Mulder. Gee, Smokey, a lot of your food memories when young match mine. But I'm an old guy, 66. I know you're much younger. Well, I'm 26 years younger than you. You are correct. I don't know if that's a lot or a little. Look, 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 look. Ah, no! How did I not get that? I didn't get it. But that's awesome. So we must have had a either a similar upbringing or a similar food choice of palate growing up. One thing I do feel I'm responsible for is being as accurate as possible for whatever I'm describing. Because if someone's thinking about buying this, right, off the internet or whatever, or buying a case of MREs or whatever the case may be, and they want to look back through my videos to see what menus 1 through 12 and case A would be like, whatever. I feel I'm responsible to give the most accurate descriptions as I possibly can to not be biased to what my flavors are. Now, I want to give it a fair shake, right? I don't want to be, like I said, I don't necessarily like these, but someone who likes a lot of garlic, the texture's not bad. I mean, the mashed potato flavor's not horrible, and you would probably like them if you're a really big fan of garlic. These would be right up your alley. But I want to be as accurate as possible. I don't want to mislead people. I want to be as accurate as possible, especially with any type of newer food. But I'm as accurate as I can be with anything that I try. I've always thought, for some reason, I've always felt like that was important. Might be silly, but to me, it matters. I feel like if you're trying to either over dramatize things or you're trying to get clicks because, oh, look how gross it is, man. No, if it's gross, I'm going to tell you it's gross. If it's not gross, I'm not going to act like it is. Does that make sense? Because I definitely have seen plenty of that on the internet, not just with MRE food, but with other things. But I've seen it in our hobby as well. So it's one of those things I don't want to be that guy, you know. Gotta have some cheese. I haven't even done this yet. Add it in with the meatball. And I don't like it. I mean, that cheese is good, but it kills the meatball flavor. The cheese is very powerful. As far as its flavor, I mean, legit, that's all I taste right now. Can't really taste the breadstick that I put it on. Can't taste the meatballs that were in my mouth. Like, this cheese is very strong in flavor. Same goes for the not jalapeno cheese spread as well. It's very strong. The dairy is it's overpowering. No way. Oh man. There's a lightning bug in here too now. Must have came in when I let the dog in. I gotta try to catch the lightning bug. They say it's bad luck, knock on wood, for one to be in the house. So, come here, buddy. I'm not going to be able to reach up there. Let me see if I can reach you with my wooden West Virginia sign here. My wooden West Virginia. I still think you're too far away. Yep, you are. Still too far away. Dang it. But thank you for that super chat, Molder. I think it's kind of cool to hear somebody else that agrees with kind of what our childhood tastes were and stuff. You see, like those, what is that? These little white balls of, it's in the sauce. And I don't know what it is. Onion, maybe? Hey, Ethan! He doesn't know that I can hear everything he's saying right now. Parmesan cheese? I don't know. We're going to have to look and see what maybe this... Because I don't know what that is. Hang on. Well, that... I can't figure... That's a different texture, too. It might be garlic. It might be onion. You know, cooked onion, cooked garlic. Couldn't really tell flavor-wise. Let's see. Where's the sauce? TBP is in here too. Why? Doesn't need to be. Up here, look. Chicken, beef, water, and breadcrumbs. That's all. We don't need no TVP. I mean, garlic, spices, paprika. I don't know. Onion, maybe? I don't know. That's weird. I don't know what those things are. They're very uniform in shape and size. And like I said, it's all through it. You can see it right there. Look, there. It's all in the sauce. Look. It almost looks like a seed. Like a pepper seed or something. But I don't think that's what that is. I don't know what that is, actually. Kind of weird. I'm not eating more of those mashed potatoes, though. I know that. I know I could, but I'm not doing it. Yeah, I agree, Tim. Being that cream color doesn't seem so much like an onion. Especially if the onions were cooked in the red sauce, I wouldn't think they would turn cream colored. Almost like a white. Not quite bright white, but like in a white color. So maybe garlic. I don't know. I don't think it's garlic because I don't really pick up that much garlic flavor, and it's all through there. I mean, it's a lot. I don't know. Weird. Look at that spoon. It might be forever dyed red now. There is something up with this fruit punch drink. Tropical punch. It's tropical, I think. I don't know what it was. I can't remember. Tropical or fruit. It just absolutely refuses to mix up. That's as good as it's going to get, and it's still not. You can see it all sticking to the sides up there. See? Yeah. It definitely does not taste right. It's bitter. It's sour. It's weird fruit flavor too. It's just one of the strangest beverage-based powders I've encountered outside of something that was aged. This is not aged. This is fresh. I've had these MREs for at least a couple years, so they weren't very old when I got them. Maybe a year and a half, 2 years old. So, yeah, very strange. This is what I was wanting to try. I remember now. Let me get the old pocket knife out here. All right. I forgot about this. I wanted to try this. I think the cheese will probably overpower it, but I'm not going to go too deep with the cheese. I do like a good beef and cheese, though, and this is going to be a sandwich form, kind of. I completely ruined that beef stick. Did you work on your closet?
I haven't touched the closet. My room is. I took the clothes out of my closet. They're in a trash bag. Some of the clothes.
You still got work to do. Made that taste very, very smoky. You want any of this, Ethan?
No, I'm good.
Meatballs.
I'm good.
Italian breadsticks. Cheese spread. Chocolate chip cookie. Which I'm getting ready to try. That was not good, by the way, guys. This mixed with that jalapeno cheese spread made it taste a whole lot like artificial smoke. I don't understand that really, but it could have been this that ruined my palate as well, because this, I really don't understand what's going on with that. Are you still in there, Ethan? Ethan. He must not be in there. I wanted him to try that fruit drink and see what the heck the deal with that is. Oh, that was like heaven. I was craving something decent to drink, and that just was not it. Oh, you don't even know how much that hit the spot. I needed that. So this is a big old honking cookie. I think it's a pretty large cookie. My personal opinion. I think, I mean, if I was to eat a regular cookie, I'd say, you know, take off about that much on the outside, all the way around. Regular cookies about that size. So you're getting a pretty decent sized cookie here. I think there was only 100, 110, 130 calories in here. Can't remember. Oh, whoa, I was way off. There's just as much or more calories in that cookie as there is in that main right there. I think the main, yeah, exactly the same. 280 and 280. So there's just as many calories in this, or it's crazy that those are the same. Fustercluck. Hey, Oldsmokey, really like your show, Eating History. Told my grandma about it, about the onion and peanut butter episode, and she ate that all the time. Oh, that's awesome, man. That is a great, I think it's great to hear stuff like that. The onion with peanut butter was surprisingly really good. And I've got to suggest that if your grandma doesn't mind, you should have her make that for you. It just, what Ken done was left a bunch of bread, like fresh bakery bread, set out for I think 2 days, and basically turned into croutons. Crushed that all up, mixed it with the peanut butter and a little bit of oil. I think we used a little bit of oil. Well, we mixed it all up, cored out the onions, popped out like a couple of the inner layers of the onion, and then stuffed it completely full. And when we cut the top off the onion, we kept the top. That way, after we stuffed it really, really full, we put that top back on it, and then it kind of baked up and baked out. That was actually really tasty. I thought I was not going to like it because I don't like cooked onions. But it was really, really good. And that peanut butter with all the oils counteracted the onion, and it balanced it out really well. It was a really well balanced. I guess you'd call it a meal. I mean, I would label it more as like a snack, but nowadays, but Great Depression era, that was your meal, and it would have been fine for a meal. But thank you for the this super chat, and I like hearing stuff like that. I think that's awesome. I think that is awesome. I was about to get into this big honking cookie here with the. I'm pretty sure this is probably going to be semi-sweet chocolate. Give it a try. Oh, it's like really crumbly. And the chocolate chips are soft. They always are. No matter what item you get, if it has chocolate chip in it from the military, it's going to be these weird, like, look. It's just, I don't know. I don't know what those things are. Now, back in the day, it's probably been 3-4 years ago, I had something. Might have been a brownie or chocolate pound cake, or it was something like that. Chocolate banana nut, muffin top maybe, I don't know. But it had Hershey's chocolate in it. It was a military item too. But I can't remember what it was. Been a long time. Had it on a live stream, I'm pretty sure. Might have been a video, I don't know. But the texture of these is just all wrong, where they have to get all the moisture out of them. So they actually bake them more than once. So they're at least double, if not triple baked, so that they're extremely dry and they won't mold and whatnot. So they're just overly crumbly. And it's not my favorite texture in a cookie. I'm a chewy cookie kind of guy. And even if I'm going to have a crunchy cookie, I prefer it to have a little more chew to it than this. Then this basically turns to dust. Coffee don't do much for it either. I guess it's not bad. It's better with the coffee than without. I mean, there's no doubt about that. And the coffee really does something to that chocolate that makes it more flavorful. Maybe it's where it's heating it up. I'm not sure. I don't know if you can hear, but it's still really crunchy. I could chug that coffee right now in one drink. I'm thirsty. It's like this made me more thirsty too. There's a lot of salt going on in all these things. Of course, that is by design. What's our sodium in here? 430 milligrams, which is 19% of your daily value. It's just so much. All right, I got one more big dip in the coffee here. I'm really going to leave it in there this time. I'm sure it won't get soft though. Pretty sure it won't get soft. All right, here we go. Nope. Softer than it was. What's a tasty meal item you should try? What is it? Costco had the grape one. Might even try to order it direct from Liquid IV site. What's spicy tuna roll got going on in the next video? See tangerine. I don't know what LC was talking about. Chicken nuggets and pizza flavored what? I got 2 of the Russian space food tubes sitting around still. No way. Pizza and chicken nugget flavored? You got to be joking, right? I didn't know they made those in the Russian space food. Chicken nugget and pizza flavored, huh? Oh, Kaylin. Or LC. If you love onions, you should try that dish we made on Eating History. It was really, actually quite good. Anybody who likes onions, I would highly recommend. I would highly recommend that. Oh yeah, Nathan did some Russian space food, and then he did the U.S. Space Force. I don't know where he got that stuff at. I'd like to know where he got that stuff at. Because that wasn't long after Trump came up with the Space Force. Carson sent me 2 of those canned German brand Kraft burgers. They're probably toast. Their best by date. Oh, they're probably past their best by date. So likely even more awful than their original awfulness. Okay, so Daniel, I have 2 different canned burgers. One is the Kraft. The other one is the one that came in like a Big Mac box, and it has an American flag or something like that. I think it's red, white, and blue. I'm pretty sure it's got stars and stripes on it and stuff. But it's a tracking burger. It's a hiking burger, whatever you want to call it. Okay, it's vintage cigarette time. But mine are best by date 2017 or 18, I do believe. So yeah, there's one that's branded tracking burger, I believe, and then there's the Kraft brand. It's a camping cheese. I think one's a cheeseburger and one's just a burger, maybe. Man, I've really been wanting a good vintage cigarette, but I was going to wait and open an accessory packet with the family down there. You know what? These are the next best thing. These are good. They're just not super old. Miss Maryland's cigarettes, and I've been trying to keep that solid 10 right there. So, down to 9 now. Oh, there they are. I had matches up there. I haven't had those burgers. I haven't even seen them in probably 2 years. It's been a while. Yes. That is quite good. There's one called Tracking Burger. I think that was the original canned burger. That's the original one we saw on YouTube, I do believe. I can't remember who it was that did the Tracking Burger first. Might have been, I know Crazy Russian Hacker did it. Who was the first one? Gusto did one, I think, a long time ago. Because Ollie. So I got a group of those burgers back in like 2016, I think. 2017 maybe. Early 2017. I got with Housel, or Ollie, on MREinfo.com. Anyway, K-Man couldn't be here tonight because he's at a wrestling match. So WWE or F or whatever they are now. Yeah, and Nathan did it long after these others I'm talking about, though. Years after. Year or two after, something like that. A long time after. Anyway, I ordered 5 of them because if you bought one, it was like, I want to say like $25. But if you bought 5 of those burgers, you got all 5 of them for like 70 or something like that. It was a lot cheaper. They were ridiculously expensive even back then. And that was Ollie buying them over there, getting them shipped to him, and then also shipping them to me. So that was with shipping to the U.S. included from Ollie. So he just kept that figure. So I don't know how much they were. Initially, they were going to cost me, if I didn't get 5, they were going to cost me like $20 a piece almost, or 25, something like that. And then what I was going to say was I got those 5, and they just went into the community. I know Sticky Fingers, I think, ended up with 1 or 2. I know Gusto ended up with 1 or 2. Steve might have ended up with 1. I don't even know if I kept 1. For some reason, I don't think I did. Because I think what I planned on doing was ordering more for myself, and I just never did it. So, but I know I have 2 of them put up. One is the Tracking Burger, or no, it's Kraft. The other one might be Tracking Burger. I'm not sure. One of them is the original, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe I have 3 of them. I can't remember. But I'm pretty sure the freshest one I have, the Best Buy one, it would have been 2018. So it's 4 years out of date almost, if not over 4 years out of date now. And I'm curious. I have actually been thinking about those burgers. I'd say over the last couple months, I've been thinking about getting them out and trying both of them and see if they're still edible 4 years past their Best Buy date. I don't know. I'm curious, though. I am curious if the burger being canned helped it. But those things are pretty moist. So, I mean, it's a breeding ground for any type. If there was any type of contamination, like they're doomed. They're going to be moldy. They're going to have bugs. It could be anything. If the can's swollen, it's going to be botulism. So, but it's pretty neat. Pretty neat burger in a can. What else is in a can? There was something else pretty cool I seen in a can. I got this self-inflating radio balloon. It's supposed to light up. It probably won't because I think it's from 1958. I'm pretty sure it was the 50s. Might have been 65. 65 or 58, one or the other. But it's this can with a key open. You take the top off, and then it's supposed to take off the can. I believe it's supposed to stay on the bottom, and then there's supposed to be a light that flashes, and it's a radio signal. So it should be pretty cool. I mean, I don't know that I'll try to launch it. Maybe I might. I might get froggy and try to launch it. It might be pretty neat, but then it could end up in airspace. Maybe. Botulism isn't fun. Had it from a bad piece of Spam. Really? You don't hear about people encountering botulism very often, especially not getting sick from it. Because most of the time, food that has botulism, which you're not going to know it, it's odorless, and you can't. There's nothing to see, so there's no visual cues that tell you, oh no, look out, it might have botulism. Except a lot of times cans that contain botulism, they will be bloated because of what's happening inside the can. Masubi, not sure what that is. Grapeseed oils for frying. Spicy tuna says gross. Tuna burgers are delicious. Elsie, you must live on a coast, right? Am I far off here, or have you lived near a coast? Because I find that people that live on the coasts, whether it be Canada or live near water, big, large bodies of water, typically are your seafood lovers. And I am the opposite. Spam sushi, like with rice and wrapped with seaweed, all that. Like just with Spam as, say, the protein added or whatever, the meat or whatever. I have never even heard of that before. Elandil. I need to enjoy this. It's actually really good. Yeah, that's crazy. I've never even heard of that before. I guess I could see something like that being popular, like in Hawaii or something. Obviously, because of the spam, but also because of like they're mixed with the Asian culture. They got it at the Chevron gas station, and Daniel says they're good. I would try it once. I mean, I may love it. I don't know. I don't live on the coast. I live in the desert. Oh, really? Huh. Never have, huh? I figured I'd just assume. A lot of people that like the seafood typically, what I've noticed, seafood lovers typically live near, because they just grew up with it. It's kind of ingrained in you as a kid to eat a lot of ocean foods or large body of water foods, whatever. Aquatic. That's the word I was looking for. Lots of aquatic food, aquatic animals. I think I've only had lobster once, maybe twice. I don't even remember having it the first time. My buddy that passed away recently says that I had it with him one time, but I don't remember doing it. I don't remember having it. Do a frozen. Now I'll eat like a frozen fish stick. I'd eat that. I used to like those in like grade school and middle school. I would have enjoyed that day. I always liked the tater tots too. But how many of you guys remember Fiestadas? So it was like this round pizza thing, but it was not like pizza. It was kind of like pizza, but it was not. It was different. It was so good. I mean, those things were so good. They were round, and they it seems like I remember them having like a cheese kind of mixed in with the sauce or something maybe. Then they had cheese on top of them, and I think they had sausage on them, not pepperoni. It I can't remember, but God, I would love to have one of those again because I remember those being like one of my favorites. Those and those Doritos that I brought up last time I was live. I was talking about the it was Jumpin' Jack. It was Monterey Jack, Monterey Jumpin' Jack Cheddar or something like that. God, those Doritos were so good. Who's beer GT? Oldsmokey, have you ever smoked Russian pap? Not that I know of. I can't say that I have. Investory. Is that like a German brand, or not a German, but the Russian brand or something? I do have some Russian stuff back there. The delicious scent. This is the open pack. They actually smell really decent. They need to be put in a humidifier though, or in a humidor. Could not think of the word. But look at that. Don't they just look perfect? They look really good. These were Soviet. Can't remember what year he said they were. I think he said 76, 78, something like that. These are definitely old though. They got that smell first of all, but also the look. I wouldn't know how to nail down an exact year or anything on that. If you can read Russian, then there you go. Let's see if Investor answered. Oh no, CT's GPS somehow went all buggy, and he ended up at my home with a Trailer packed with beer. I know he had a trailer of beer the other day. Like Smokey and the Bandit style. That's funny because it just made me think of vintage movies, like the classics. Caddyshack was on earlier. My son was in here, and I walked in. I was like, "Is that Caddyshack?" He's like, "Yeah, I've never seen it." I was like, "It's a classic." Uncle Buck came on it right after that. John Candy. But yeah, I would definitely like to get my hands on some Fiestadas. I heard that they still make them. That some place across the river from me, over in Meigs County somewhere, has the Fiestadas. But if that's real, I have got to get my hands on some Fiestadas one of these days. I don't know. Okay, it's a cigarette. It's cigarettes, but I'm talking about Paparos. They're different. You should Google this. Googling now. Well, as soon as my phone decides that it's ready to connect to the internet, this old phone. Russian P-A-P. How do you spell that? P-A-P-I-R-R-O-U-S. Right? Wait a minute. P-A-P-I-R-O-S-U. S-U. S-U. I'm going to put smoke. Smoking. Okay, so the first thing popped up is something on eBay. It's tubes. Looks like roll your owns. One of the best Russian cigs. Actually, it's called a Paparosa. This right here. Focus. Focus. Anyways. It's on Reddit. Lots of stuff on Reddit about it, it looks like. Smoking Under the Stars, The History of Tobacco. I'd like to have that book on Amazon. That's something I'd read. Oh, that's so good. Looks like they are tubes for rolling your own tobacco or doobie. Yeah, well, it looks like a lot of people use them for recreational use. So yeah. Back, I think I seen them as recent within the last year. Someone stumbled across an entire either crate or case of German military rolling papers for rolling your own cigarettes is what they were for. They were military issue, and they were on eBay for a long. They might still be on there. I think they were fairly reasonably priced. It seems like I should have bought some. All right, quick question. Anybody who knows like skin stuff? Anybody have any idea what that could be? Right there. I don't know what that is. It itches sometimes. Gets in the sun. It like swells up more. It's raised up like a bubble. I tried to pop it, but it will not pop. No, not the mold. Above it, right there. It doesn't look like much in that camera. I mean, it's not very big. But I noticed it probably about a year and a half, 2 years ago. And then I thought it went away, but I guess it didn't. It's definitely raised up. and it looks like if you ever get a sunburn and you blister, that's what it looks like. It looks like a blister from sun. I don't know. I don't know what that is, but I feel like it's probably not good. Yeah, I don't think it's a skin tag. Skin tags are always, well, my mom has them, and they don't look anything like this. I really don't know what it is. I was curious if there was any dermatologists in the crowd or somebody who was really into that stuff. See, it's not just that too. There's one right above it that's like a lot smaller. Yeah, I probably should go get it checked because it hasn't grown. It hasn't changed. Okay, other than when it gets direct sunlight, which happens a lot, but it has to get a decent amount, and then it gets bigger. Um, like it fills up more with fluid. It's really weird. So it's not a skin tag or anything like that. Not a mole or a wart. The only warts I have was the ones that my dead buddy gave me. The one he told me he was giving me right here. You're gonna be able to see it right here. Told me he was going to give it to me. So I'm going to give you this wart. We shook hands, and like the next day or the day after that, I had it. And then this one came after I went to his funeral. And say what you want, but that's the only explanation I have for it. And this one, he told me he was giving it to me, and he gave it to me. I know they're kind of like contagious or whatever they can be. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. Communicable or however that is. I think maybe. I think I heard that before. That could be wrong. Very well could be wrong. But you tell me how that happens. So go see Dr. Pimple Pie. That's definitely not what that is though. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Like I said, it's been there for maybe going on 2 years, but it's just been bothering me the last couple of days, and I just thought of it because I was rubbing it, and I don't know. I can see it a lot better in person. It didn't come across on camera very much, but I feel like it might not be good. And then again, it might be nothing. It's probably nothing. You think so? That's the only spot I have on my whole body like that. Ugh, no way. CT, me and her would have issues if I was you. I'd be like, turn that off right now. I am not watching that. Dude, I was on, I was either watching shorts on YouTube or I'd clicked into TikTok, which never happens. I never go there, but I did click on there the other day, which is very out of the ordinary for me. And this guy, he must have been a dermatologist or something. He's like, somebody sent me this video, and he's standing up here watching and reacting in a part of the screen, and then down here is the video he's watching, and it's somebody with this set of long medical tweezers, and they're inside someone's ear right here, in like the bowl part right here. And he said there's a lot of sebaceous glands in there, and it's pretty typical for people to get blackheads in there. I've never had anything in my ear right there. I keep my ears clean, but maybe that's a part of it. Maybe you guys got to keep your ears clean. But dude had like 3 blackheads that were like, one of them was probably almost the size of that, and then there was another one beside it, and they had created a passageway connecting under the skin. They were separate, decent piece, above what you were looking at, but they were connected, and they just kept like pulling stuff out of it, and finally, like, they stuck that much of the tweezers down inside this guy's ear and shoved it out one side, and I was like, oh my god, that is one of the craziest things I've ever seen. It was rough. I don't know who that guy was, which I don't think I don't have anything with TikTok on it. It's only on this device right here that I'm using, or I would try to pull it up and show you guys what I was talking about, because I'd never seen anything like that before. Like, but I don't watch that pimple popper lady. It's just, yeah, you guys know, like I'm a texture eater, gelatinous things and stuff like that. They don't jive with me at all. I've tried that, Bourbon Street Joe. I've tried it. I've tried smothering it. Um, so Amber's stepmom, basically, is like the third daughter or the seventh daughter, something like that, right? Whatever that lore is, that's who she is. She's that person in the family. And supposedly this person, this woman can take care of warts. So the deal with that is you have to be the third sister or the seventh sister, whatever that is. You'd have to look it up. I'm not sure what the specifics are, but anyway, cut a potato in half or quarters, one or the other, because she done this for my son, because my son had some warts on him, my older son. And she took that potato and rubbed on it. I mean, that's nothing, right? I can cut a potato and rub it on there. And then you have to bury it after the sun goes down or as the sun's going down or something like that. And they did that. And his warts that she done that to went away. Like, it actually worked. Seventh son of the seventh son, Iron Maiden. Yeah. Well, it's the female version of that. I look it up. Maybe the internet will tell me. Curious. I might try to get some of those paparusu, those Russian tubes. By the way, that's all going to depend on what kind of tobacco you put in it. YouTube did an update. Now when I go to any screen, there's a little YouTube on screen. Can I get rid of that? It's so annoying. Did an update now when I go to any screen. Huh. That sucks. YouTube, man, if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of thing. Like, I don't know why they got to always be screwing with stuff. What's the... I'm going to call it an urban legend. Let's see here. Old wives' tales. Talk a wart away. Wart removal folklore is actually a video on YouTube that was posted a little over a year ago, June of 2021. Do you believe these myths? Here are 5 common myths. It's not looking like I'm getting the results that I wanted. Duct tape. Yeah, I've heard that one too. Duct tape gets rid of warts. No, it doesn't. We tried that one on my son as well, actually. Copy and paste this word. I can't, not on here. I wouldn't, well, yeah, I still wouldn't be able to. It's like a backwards N. P-O-C-Y. Let me see if I can, which I doubt I can pull up the Russian. Yeah, maybe I can. Yeah. Maybe I can do this. N-A-N. Maybe not. I don't know how I'll pull up the other alphabet. Huh. Send it to me in an email. That's the easiest way to do it. Oldsmokey1969@gmail.com. You can send me a link to that. Yeah, I don't know what that urban legend is. I know I've heard it for years and years. And it might be the 7th daughter or the 7th. It's something like that. or the third. Now, you don't have to investor, but I mean, that would definitely be the easiest way. I bought Tommy on YouTube today and watched it. Oh, really? Is that the first time you've seen it, CT? That's a classic too. Chris Farley, man. Um, David Spade is not my favorite. The only reason I feel like David Spade's funny is because of like the chemistry that he had with Chris Farley. Like without Chris Farley, David Spade is really not all that funny. He's been in the Adam Sandler movies and stuff, and I'm like, yeah. Plays by sense of smell. I sent an email a few weeks back. I assume you missed it. I must have. I thought I answered one from you, though. Huh. Yeah, no, I did. I thought I did. Maybe I didn't send it. Definitely typed something out, though. It's probably gone now if I did. Yeah, CT, first time. What other Chris Farley movies have you not seen? Because, see, there's Tommy. That's Tommy Boy, right? Ain't that the name of the movie, Tommy Boy? It's not just Tommy, is it? I think it's Tommy Boy. What else came out around that time? Beverly Hills Ninja was not. There was another one though that came out right around the same time that was really, really good. Hang on, because that's going to bother me. Chris Farley movies. I just saw where Trump's ex-wife passed. It was Tommy Boy. Yeah. Okay, there's Beverly Hills Ninja. Black Sheep. Yeah, Black Sheep. That's right. Yes, that was a good one. What else? He was in Billy Madison? Yeah, like just a tiny part, seems like. Let's see. Airheads? Never seen that. Brendan Fraser. Steve Buscemi. Adam Sandler. It's in his list. He was in Coneheads. He did date the daughter. It seems like he was driving like a 79 or 80 Trans Am, if I'm not mistaken. Wayne's World's Grown Ups? He wasn't in Grown Ups. He was dead by the time that happened, right? When did he pass? Why does his IMDb page not have his death date on it? I don't remember when he passed, but died 97. Yeah, he definitely was not in Grown Ups. I didn't think that sounded right. I don't know why that's in his list of movies, though. I looked up Chris Farley movies, and Grown Ups showed up in there, and Wayne's World too. Like maybe he had something to do with that. Obviously SNL. I mean that totally makes sense because that's obvious. I gotta see what Smoke said too. Oh, did I miss a super chat? I did. Cyanide Cookie. Sorry, I haven't been here. Been in. Been snorkeling the Great Barrier Reef. Can't stay. Sea turtles calling me. Well, thank you for the super chat. And man, I think we could all agree that you're much better off doing what you're doing than being in a chat here. So, yeah, that's got to be good. Yeah, Ivana Trump died this week. Any word on the cause? Oh, I did see something yesterday. Like haven't looked into that or anything, but they said that she had like blunt force injuries, so she didn't just pass away or anything. Like sounds to me like there might have been some, something not good. Maybe falling down the stairs. That sounds like that would fit what I heard as far as like injuries go. Abdominal. So it was abdominal, huh? It's kind of hard to hit your stomach falling down the steps. Seems like that's kind of one area that you kind of protect and roll, and even if you didn't, Still be kind of hard to do. Yeah, that's a really crappy way to go, man. Older age steps become an issue. It's weird to think about, you know. It's definitely not something that any of us, I'm sure, are looking forward to. So he did a A&E. There's an A&E special called Farley about him. I think those were really two of his main movies, and he was really just getting started. Chris Farley he was really starting to get big and get big movie roles, and I think he was probably 27. That's the how old everybody seems like that passes away. He was a big movie star or whatever. But all right, I've got to get cleaned up, and I didn't intend on doing this long anyway, so I may, depending on what goes on with my family on that side of my... Oh, thank you, Investory. What happens on that side of my family, because like I said, my uncle's not doing too great. He went to the emergency room earlier today. He did come back home this evening, though. I found that out. But we might do a live stream from down there. I think the signal was decent enough. They live out in the country, but I think they live high enough up on a hill that they get a decent signal there. Or maybe it was the Wi-Fi or something. I'm not sure. Maybe their Wi-Fi is decent, but it would need to be decent outside. So I don't know. Hopefully I have a good enough signal that I can or could long stream, live stream from down there outside and introduce them to some MREs and stuff like that. You know, stuff that you guys have seen me do 100 times. So get somebody else's thoughts on it, get their reactions of it, and I won't feed them or give them anything that I can't say that I wouldn't eat myself, because that would be just wrong. I will be careful. I won't give them anything that's too bad. Some old crackers or something, maybe. Old chocolate. I'm fine with both of those. No harm, no foul there. Might not taste good, but won't hurt them, you know. Don't introduce them to CT. Well, everybody will get the introduce. I'll have them pull up the stream on their devices so that they can see the chat as we're going along, and they can also talk to you guys as they're on there, if they have YouTube accounts. Like my sister Michelle does not. So I was like, you don't have a YouTube account? Okay. She definitely needs to get one. And I'll have to tell her, don't use your real name. You don't want to just throw your name out there for everybody, because I know a lot of people make that mistake when they first make an account. They just like, oh, I'll make an account, yeah, I'll just use my name, and then your name's out there for everybody. So not that it's not okay for people to know your name. That's fine. It's just when that's linked to your account, I advise against it. Anyways, all right, guys. Thank you guys, all you guys, for your super chats this week. I would love to go back and check them, but it will not allow me. Let me go into super chat. I can't even see Dan's from Australia, the one he just sent. It's not even, when I click into super chats, it doesn't show. And I never did slip over to live chat. I've been in top chat this entire time, so I'll bet you I've missed a crap ton of the actual chat. I'm sorry. I usually do remember to do that sometime in the beginning, within the first couple minutes, or 10 minutes, or 20. Didn't happen. Anyways, thank you guys all for hanging out, showing up, being supportive of all that stuff that you guys do. That's awesome. And I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys again for the super chats. Thank you guys over on Patrons. Patreon, you guys, I appreciate you. And doesn't have free candy. What did I miss? Duct tape. All right, guys. Well, like I said, the gray kitten is not going to be here next time for sure. Taking him to Michelle. Oh, well, he might be on there, though. She might have him with him. I doubt it, but we'll see. All right, guys. Thank you guys again for hanging out. And yeah, all I got left to do now is say thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next live stream. Later.